Hello and welcome back, beautiful people. For those who are new here, my name is Lydia and I am the Witch of Multirealms. Today, I'll be providing a tarot reading for those who have been seeing the numbers 1111 or 111. And I have pre-selected 3 piles here. So you'll be able to, based off your intuition and based off the image or words on the significator cards, to pick your pile. You can either take 1 pile, if you felt called to that pile, or in the end, if you felt like watching all 3 piles and taking the messages from all 3 piles. I have timestamps in my description box below, so please navigate using the timestamps. Okay, so I also have tea leaves picked out, but I will not show you the images for the tea leaves or the messages on the tea leaves. However, I will show you the significator cards. Before I begin, I'd like to remind everyone that this is a collective reading and a general reading, and also timeless. So please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want a more personal reading, you can always go to the description box below and find my link to book yourself a personal reading with me. And last but not least, this is advice and guidance provided to you by Spirit. And I'm channeling the messages to you of whatever Spirit wants to tell you. So tarot reading is not absolutely a set in stone answer and fortune telling for your future. Please do not let tarot dictate your life or scare you or worry you in any way. Again, you have to take the messages that resonates for you, and actually it takes your action to manifest and bring to fruition the outcome of anything. Therefore, tarot is not here to absolutely dictate the outcome of your life. Okay, so let's begin. For pile 1, we have, I'm going to cover the body because this is my original deck and I'm not going to color over it, but yeah, there is a naked dude on it. You have the World card. Okay, he's naked, so I'm covering him. You have the World card for pile 1. You have Ace of Swords, the energy for pile 2. You have 4 of Swords, Rest for pile 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below. And as mentioned, if you find using your intuition, whichever pile calls to you, please pick that pile. And in the end, if you find that you want to cross-watch to other piles, or you want to take all 3 messages, please go ahead. All right, I'll see you at your reading. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 1. For those who have picked the World card, of which I apologize, I have to cover the person who is gloriously naked. If it's the traditional Rider-Waite deck, who also, the World card does have a naked person, yes. But yeah, I have colored that one. I've given the lady a bikini, but this is my original deck. What's wrong with me today? This is my original deck, and I am not about to use a marker on it. Okay, you have here, I have here for you tea leaves. Okay, for those who have been seeing 1111, let's see what your tea leaf says. All right, you have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So I think from the get-go, we already know that this has got to do with wealth, abundance, money, prosperity. Also, you have scales, keep your life in balance. And you have, oh, you have two cards. You have two cards here. Okay. When I picked it, okay, well, good for you, because when I picked it, actually, all I got was success, okay? But now I picked up the card. Behind success is wealth. So actually, you have an extra card, because I was actually only intending for 3 cards, 3 tea leaf cards for everyone. But yeah, there you go. You have 4. Whoop-de-doo. A bonus. Okay, and now I'm also going to be picking more. I'm going to be picking more storyline cards, okay, to feel and understand the situation and the energy of what you're experiencing, so that we can build the story and understand what Spirit is trying to explain here. Okay. First of all, very interesting. You have yourself a lot of major arcana cards here. Let me place everything properly. Okay. The first, actually, you've got Devil in upright, Chariot, reverse, 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands, reverse, and the Death card. All right, what I'm seeing here, especially, so let's put the story together. Okay, I think what Spirit is trying to say here is you might have been working really, really hard to try and see the outcome of something. You are, because I'm seeing that, you know, from this reverse 9 of Wands energy, I'm sensing Spirit saying that you have definitely put up a lot of your hard work and been putting in a lot of this is usually, okay, just so I can put it this way, is when you see 9 of Wands, it's a person very close to the end of the hard work, battered and bruised, as you can see, bandages and all that stuff. Clearly, with a whole wall of wands, it looks like the person is holding the fort, like building a dam, you know, like preparing for winter. I get the feeling of, like, 9 of Wands always feels so much like somebody putting in the hard work to prepare for tougher days, prepare for what's to come. It's the card of I sense Spirit saying, hang in there. You've been doing a lot to protect your future. You've been doing a lot to accumulate what you have to for. I just kept feeling like for winter. I don't know why. The words keep going on in my head. Like, you know, it sounds corny, but you know, when people say stock up for the winter. Yeah, it just constantly feels a lot like a stock up for the winter kind of feeling. Like this person is making sure that when hard times are ahead, you will not be left unprepared. And I totally get the vibe from this card. From at least right now, this is what I feel. I get the vibe that you are preparing for something. Maybe you're saving up for something that's coming your way. You know that maybe you're saving up for a retirement plan even. Could be. You never know. Could be that you have something big coming, like you want to buy a house. You know that maybe you're expecting a child on the way. Maybe your children are growing up and are expecting education and you're trying to save up for the education. Whatever it is, I sense that you are putting in the work to earn the money, to earn the abundance, and saving up and putting in that hard work, because you are accumulating protection and security for something that's coming in the future. Of course, you receive this in reverse. And I think what Spirit is trying to say is that sometimes this work really takes a toll on you. You might wanna take a break from this. When I get this in reverse, it does not always mean this. Sometimes it just simply means you don't have enough of it. But I'm sensing in this case, it's not Spirit saying you don't have enough of it. It's that you've done a lot of it. Spirit says you might want to take a little break. Why am I saying that? Because right before that was the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is interesting. It can be seen in so many different ways. And I'm sure a lot of different people, including if you do yourself some tarot reading, you might even think that Four of Cups means a certain meaning to you. Now, Four of Cups could mean not being satisfied, being bored, not really seeing what you have is amazing or like gratifying, and then you want more. And then that's when the hand of divine hands you one cup. The cup of satisfaction, the cup of purpose, the cup of fulfillment. But in this case, yeah, definitely I see this aspect where just when you don't feel very fulfilled, the hand of divine does hand you a cup of fulfillment. And because this card actually came before the reverse Nine of Wands. So what I feel is Spirit is saying, all that work you've put in to try and do what you have to do, we get you, is because you're trying to protect yourself from something. You're trying to build and create something. Let's not forget, Wands is all about creation, being inspired to make a move on developing an opportunity, perhaps. But it's wearing on you. It's wearing on you. And instead of, usually when people are in the Nine of Wands energy coming to the Ten of Wands energy, they could, to some degree, see an outcome, see the results of their labor. But this also, when I say, why is it that it's wearing you down? It could be that you find it difficult to see the results of your labor at this point. And Spirit is saying, then maybe you have to take a step back, not grind yourself so hard in this area that you don't really feel the fulfillment or satisfaction anymore of what you're doing, right? You see this guy looking at the 3 cups, maybe wondering, are these 3 cups enough to make me happy? Are these 3 cups what I've been after the whole time? And then the hand of divine comes in and say, hey, take this one. Maybe this is the one that you want. How about look at this? So these, why actually I felt, usually I don't just, because you have 5 cards here, I don't just like go into the middle and then start looking at a card in the middle. That sounds impatient actually. And I'm not normally keen on doing that when it comes to reading whatever card that comes out for me as a channel, the message from Spirit. But I'm seeing a very full picture here. When you got the Devil card, you got the reverse Chariot. Chariot is you are right on your path, you are doing things right, you know what you're doing, you're in control, you are divinely guided. That's the message. But when you get it in reverse, and then you have these two individuals with the devil, what I sense is Spirit saying, you might not be, there are two things I'm seeing here. You might not be on your path as you wish, because there might be some thoughts. It could be obsessive thoughts, it could be impulsive thoughts, it could be thinking or feeling of something that work against you. And that thing that's working against you might be the thing that is hindering your progress. You're not able to receive the divine energy and courage and intuition to be like this charioteer and forge fearlessly on the path ahead of you. You're not able to. Or maybe you constantly find yourself stopping in the tracks and double gassing yourself, perhaps. Because the devil energy that comes together with the reverse chariot just tells me that something is holding you back from being on a smooth path to success. Now, this thing that is hindering you somehow felt very much like a matter of soul fulfillment, something related to the satisfaction of your soul and your emotions is a thing that is causing you to not be able to smoothly move ahead, right? That's why you are in the Four of Cups energy. And that's also why Spirit says all the hard work you put in, putting up that wall, you're tired. You're tired, you're battered, you're bruised. You don't even know why. You don't even know why you are putting up so much work. Maybe you are not seeing the results after so long. Truly, you have to think about what fulfills you. Maybe look up. Like this guy here. Maybe look up at the hand that is handing, at the divine hand that's handing you the cup of intuition and emotional fulfillment. That's something you have to think about. If you're able to understand that Spirit is always trying to help align you onto your path of success, actually amazing. Let me tie this in. You have your reverse chariot. You're having difficulties continuing on your path of success. But yes, Spirit is saying the path of success is actually waiting for you to find it. Maybe your chariot cannot move forward because your sights are not clear. You could not find that path to success. But it is with balance that you'll be able to, which leads us to understanding why is it Spirit is persuading you to rethink about your strategy, rethink about what you've been doing. Maybe it's been obsessive, it's been not helpful. You have shackled and chained yourself down to some form of methods or routine or ideals or thinking that is more of a hindrance to you finding the money path than to actually be successful and driving confidently on this path. You need balance. You need balance. Balance means so many things. Balancing your sense of fulfillment over whether you're just doing this for money. That's actually a very key point here. You know how sometimes they say, Spirit says, somebody has said this. I do not know who the somebody is. So channeling from spirit, though, I'm going to say this, is that we sometimes do not know what we want is not what's the best for us. We do not know that in the pursuit of abundance, money, prosperity, that's not the means to an end. Yes, the prosperity, the money, whatever comes with, clearly is a thing that is required in this three-dimensional reality for us to be able to move through life. We still need currency, we still need to survive, we still need to earn and have abundance and not have to worry about surviving. But that's not the means to an end. At the end of the day, for something to go far, for something to last, for our soul to be able to take this purposeful work all the way to the end, is that we find fulfillment and purpose. And the purpose is not the money, it's not the material. Again, that's not the means to an end. The money, the material, they are the, I won't say byproduct, but they are the derivative of the work. The work, the effort, the thing that you can keep doing and be so fulfilled, and your life source, your battery gets recharged, because you know what recharges it is the purpose and fulfillment. Our spirit has to be full and have the energy, the spiritual energy, to take us from one day to the next, to the next, to the next, to continue doing this work. And again, then of course, when you put in the effort and it's directed in the right flow, your energy is shared with the right people, and then the returns come back to you. And that is the wealth. That is the material wealth. That is the material success, which I say is the derivative. Of course, that is the thing that will see you through in terms of surviving in this world, you know? And of course, let's not forget, when you got your success card, what comes with was actually wealth at the back of the card. The sneaky little fourth card that decided to tag along in this reading, right? So you have both success and wealth. I think the biggest takeaway from this is the scales and spirit saying you need balance. Maybe the whole time you've been going after this enterprise or work to build wealth because you just think that wealth is the end product that you're trying to get. You need balance. You need to understand why you're putting in the effort. You see, actually, interestingly, in this card, you see that there's a flower and then there's a fruit in every cup. And then there is, this, can you see that there seems like a snake coiled around the scales here? Okay. If we were to look at in many ancient wisdom, the snake is, depending on which book you took this from, but of course, in many ancient wisdom and religious teachings, the snake is the provider or the instigator of knowledge, asking you to open your mind, see bigger, to look into the mysteries of certain things that you might not know. He is I actually think the snake is the agent of wisdom. Yeah, the herald of wisdom. In some ways, I'll say that. And it's very interesting that the snake is coiled around the scales, talking about balance, the balance in your life, the balance in your existence and your essence in this world, right? We are three-dimensional. We are living in this reality. We have to make, prosper, and be abundant to be happy. But usually when we talk about abundance and we talk about prosperity, we think about the material aspect, of course. We think about the money we earn, the clothes we wear, the houses we own, and the cars we drive, things like that. Even the number of children we may have. But those are all very material based. Not that it's not important, but it's very perceivable in the material world. But in the scales of our essence and being, it is not just about the material. It's also about the spirit. It's also about what fulfills us from a very spiritual level, the unseen. You can entirely feel it. I'm sure you feel every bit of what your spirit wants you to feel if you allow it. And which is the reason why, at the end of the day, we must not forget that in every pursuit that we make in this world, the pursuit is not only for whatever is in the three-dimensional. The pursuit is also for the spirit. It's also for what you cannot see, but you surely can feel. And you surely have conscious connection to. I think this is a very interesting card here, the scales. Let's not forget your significator card is the world. You're stepping through a portal. And you have the death card here, mind you. The death card is a very indicative card that you are going through a very transformative part of your journey right now. You are shedding off old beliefs, shedding off old ways of doing things, and to release the old way of doing things or beliefs and moving forward ahead to a new chapter in your life. Thus, you have the world stepping through a portal. Okay, I would like to pick some indicator cards. Sorry, not indicator cards, clarifying cards. Perhaps to clarify the reverse chariot and the reverse nine of wands to help see if there are other guidance and words or advice that Spirit has for you. Okay. Okay. All right. So for the reverse chariot, I was asking Spirit to give guidance on what's causing you to not be able to continue or like move smoothly on this path. And Spirit saying, okay, you got the Nine of Pentacles upright, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Interesting that I think this message from Spirit is that, of course, now what's on your mind is I want to be abundant in a way that I have financial stability and abundance for myself. You are thinking perhaps more from the perspective of what you can get is enough to sustain yourself in a way that keeps you happy, keeps you fulfilled, material-wise. Okay, Nine of Pentacles denote a person who is comfortable in his or her own space. knowing that they have what they need for themselves and feeling quite independent. And well, it's really more of a solo energy here when it comes to abundance. Nevertheless, it's a lot. 9 of Pentacles is just 1 pentacle shy of the 10. And this still shows that it's a person who wants a lot to be happy and successful and abundant for themselves, to be comfortable, you know. But with the reverse Page of Swords, what I sense is Spirit saying, you might think that's the idea, but you might be thinking a bit too small. You might be thinking a bit too small when you think that's what you're gonna get. Maybe you are satisfied with just 9. Maybe you're actually in that state whereby you're thinking with whatever you're doing here, you're really gonna get just 9 pentacles, and that's already like magnificent for you. Maybe that's really that could be what you have been manifesting, or that could be just a tad less, like a little bit less of what you're manifesting, but you're still happy to just settle for it. Yeah, I think settle is the word we're going with here. You might be in the energy of I'm willing to settle for it because that keeps me happy. But Spirit is saying, are you sure? Are you sure that's really what you are working on? Or is that all you're gonna be? Is that the idea that you have? I sense Spirit saying, is that the only enthusiasm that you have? Because are you forgetting that you actually manifest? Are you giving up on this manifestation? Okay, that came quite, like, the words just shot right through my head. Okay, Spirit is saying, 10 of Pentacles, you manifested it in the beginning, you wanted it, but why are you giving up on this? Maybe it's this very energy of giving up on what you manifested. Are you doubting your manifestations? Pile number 1. I think I'm getting quite clear. Like, the messages are coming in quite clear. Spirit is at this point saying, are you doubting your manifestations? Are you not believing what you wanted? Is that why you're not very sure on your path? Because you're starting to think that okay, I'll settle for the 9. Then, if you truly are settling for the 9, you are giving up on your 10 of Pentacles. It's kind of interesting that, well, I think Spirit is quite candid in this sense to say this. It's true, that can happen. If you doubt yourself, if you don't believe in what you manifest, or if you start to vibrate in the vibration of not forgetting what you pursue, there is a bigger picture in your pursuit. It's not just counting one penny after another, counting one coin after another. At the end of the day, there is a grand picture at the end of at the destination of your pursuits, in the grand scheme of your manifestation. It's not just about working super hard to see some cash roll in. What is this entire manifested picture for? The ideals, the beautiful dream that you're painting. Don't forget the real dream. That's what Spirit is saying. Now, reverse 9 of Wands. I got, Spirit gave reverse. Interesting that there is a reverse Page of Swords over here. And then here you got yourself a reverse Page of Cups. Then the 7 of Cups. And then finally the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Reverse 9 of Wands. Putting up that strong wall, but Spirit is saying, take a breather, take a look again at you putting up this work. Where are you headed? Is there a kind of, when the Page of Cups come out in the upright, it's about being inspired. It's about idealism. It's about letting your emotions lead you on a new journey, and you pursue it with the open-mindedness, the young, youthful energy of a page, being willing to try anything new. And this is all out of emotional satisfaction, emotional curiosity and pursuits, idealism. Okay, but you got yourself, of course, the reverse, Page of Cups. I think this is yet again Spirit saying, you're forgetting the real reason you are pursuing something. You are disallowing the, I won't say childlike, if you know, I don't want this to sound like you gotta be childlike, but I think Spirit is saying there's always this energy of a youthful, exuberant, young energy of a page. When it comes to you, comes to anybody starting, going on a path, on a new journey to pursue something, there's always trial and error. There's always the willingness to fall a little, get up, dust it off, and then go again. The energy of a page. It's a person who's not afraid of failure, not afraid of setbacks, is willing to understand that they are young, not fully experienced, but they are on a path of discovery of something. And they will try and try and try until they get it right. Especially with the cups. It's all about letting your emotions and intuition lead the way. It's idealism. Not idealism in a bad way, but idealism actually in a very positive way. Because if it's not for idealism, how are dreams born? Right? But yet Spirit has this for you to remind you in reverse, Page of Cups. Are you forgetting your dreams? Are you forgetting your idealism? When you're on this path of creating what you want and you're working yourself so tirelessly, tirelessly, yeah, you are getting tired though. So Spirit say, take a break. Remember again why you're choosing this path. Remember again why you fantasize about this dream. Remember why you try to manifest this dream. There will always be, Spirit saying there will always be choices. There will always be things that are placed before you. You have to choose wisely to realize what fulfills you and what is just shiny and golden. The Seven of Cups is very interesting when it comes to pairing with Page of Cups. I think what Spirit is trying to say is that in your pursuit of your dreams or idealism, there will always be different things that are shiny and new and looks interesting to you as well. It's actually good to take one good look and not be distracted by illusions or delusions. Let's not forget there is the scales here. Keep your life in balance. And remember what I mentioned just now about the snake being the agent of wisdom. I think Spirit wants you to apply some kind of intuitive wisdom into your life right now and help yourself remember whatever you manifest, whatever you set out to pursue, this dream life, whatever work you're doing to put together abundance and wealth and all that. Don't get sidetracked by things that seems like easy to grab hold of. Cups in this instance, Seven of Cups. There are some that are easier to grab hold of, some that seems a little bit obscure. Remember which cup is the cup that satisfies you. Don't lose sight of your desires truly and your manifestation. And it's only through this level of revisiting your intuition that you are able to move the wheel of fortune in your favor. You know, when people receive Wheel of Fortune, I think a lot of people only see Wheel of Fortune two ways. The upright, which is, oh, great, it's working for you. And reverse is, oh no, the Wheel of Fortune is not working in my favor. Or karma is not working in my favor. I don't see it that way. Even when you receive the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, let me tell you something. You have to put in that right work. Shift the right gears to turn that wheel. Okay, I mean, I don't want to rain on your party. You did get the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. In itself, it's wonderful. It's amazing. But I want to remind everyone who's watching this that as much as you have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright and your significator card is the World card, these are all big cards. These are all major arcana cards stating that you're working on this thing, this story we're talking about. It's a very big part of your life. It's what brings you, it's part of your purposeful path. It's all meant to happen. And this is the one lesson that you have to learn. There's some way you need to recalibrate yourself in order to really, I mean, it's the training. This is the training. You know, the universe wants you to learn how to calibrate yourself, to be fully in tune and aligned with your spirit, to understand what is the true purpose of your life, what is the real meaning that you need to put into the work that you're doing, such that it doesn't only brings you material abundance, but actually brings you the entirety, the happiness of it all, the wealth and the success that you're getting here. You know, let me tell you this. You may have wealth, it looks like just raining gold, but you have success. And success is more than just gold. Success is an abundance of other things. Success could be an abundance of emotional fulfillment. And we have seen, I mean, I don't need to explain this, but we have seen there are plenty of people in this world that is rich as heck, but are they happy? That's a question. And so therefore, this is a question that is, you have every reason to ask yourself that question. You are working towards not just wealth, but also success. Who's a stowaway card behind the wealth? Oh no, wait, it's the other way. Actually, the success came first. See, Spirit wants to show you success is more important, and success means the entire success of your life, right? From not just money. The money is behind it. Okay, much better. I can see. Sorry if that confused you. Right, anyways, back to the point. Yeah, this is a very big part of your life. I think Spirit wants you to take a good hard look. Take some pauses. Balance out your scales. Take a good hard look at the manifestation, the dreams that you have and you're working towards, and calibrate yourself to a better understanding of your intuition and your emotional fulfillment towards this entire phase of your life. Well, I'm not sure if this is tremendously long. Actually, no, I think it's okay. It's usually around this timing that I'm done with the reading. So, okay. I think this is so far the message. I will pull one. I'm going to take an oracle card from the Moonology oracle card deck and see what other things Spirit has to tell you. Okay? Oh, my goodness me. Was it not just full moon in Pisces? Okay, you got this. Full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and... Wait, what's the last word? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay, I'm going to read this out for you from the book. It was just full moon in Pisces. This is absolutely the synchronicity. I think this is just meant, whoever picked this deck, I feel you. I feel you. Right. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. There you go. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. That could very much be the reason why you have the devil card here as well. If you have been acting the martyr. Attuning with the moon, so you can meditate every day and see what comes to you. The answers will come. Let me remind everyone, in case you are not one who likes to meditate, because I've heard this plenty, meditation does not have to be you sitting cross-legged on the floor, focusing like there's a fly bothering you, but you trying to ignore it. That's not, that's of course the actual proper practice of meditation, but don't worry, it all starts somewhere. It starts from basics. Just sit down somewhere quiet and not allow yourself to be distracted, of course, by external factors such as people talking to you, electronics bothering you, or any sort of that stuff. You can maybe use some soothing music if it calms you down, maybe even light a candle. As long as you go into a quiet space, to allow your thoughts to calm down, to allow yourself to not be in a chaotic energy of overthinking. You can even go for a walk in a park if that helps. Even hearing the bird song in a natural setting can really help you ground and meditate in a way. So, when we hear this thing where it says meditate every day and see what comes to you, do not shut the door on meditation right now just because you hear, oh, if I have to meditate to get answers, then you know what? Just throw this whole thing out the door. I'm not one for meditation. You gotta make it happen because you want it to happen, right? So go meditate in whatever way, shape, or form that works for you in meditation. Again, it does not have to be cross-legged on the floor. It does not have to be the monastery style or guru style kind of meditation. It does not have to be. Ultimately, that's the best way, but it does not have to be. Just make sure that you calm yourself down to let spirit speak to you. That's all that matters. Okay, additional meanings for this card. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Okay, I don't see any love-related stuff going on here, but if this is indeed the situation going on for you, yeah, you might take this message. Follow your intuition, it won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. Okay, that came strong. I did not know that one line in this whole thing says avoid substance abuse. That could really also point to the devil energy here. Honestly, sometimes I get the devil energy. It does tell me that somebody is having some kind of obsessive or abusive behavior pertaining to substance. I do not see it happening in this read, but if this is you, just take what advice Spirit has given here. Okay. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. There you go, the death card. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to deep dive into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders. So feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces and soulmates now connect. It's also a time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. Well said, well said. Don't forget your dreams. You are presented with plenty of choices, but of course you have to choose wisely. It's with your choices, it's with your manifestations and your intentions that sends the wheel turning. Okay, I think this is all I have for you for this reading. I hope this message resonates. Please leave it in the comment section if there's anything you want to share or, tell me about regarding this reading. I would love to hear from you. And this is a collective reading. If you want a personal reading that is maybe a part 2 of this, or like go deeper into your situation, please hit me up at the link below in the description box for a personal reading. And please like, follow, and subscribe for more videos of this sort in the future. I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So for those of you who have picked pile number 2, the card that you picked as well, the significator card that you picked is Ace of Swords, and it says that energy. And now I'm going to reveal your tea leaves. Okay. Interesting. Right. You have dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Maybe synchronistically, you might have been coming into contact or seeing dogs as well. Or, if it says dog far away, is it like you miss a certain dog that you once have met or knew, or like it's a dog that belongs to a friend and this friend and the dog is now far away? Maybe some of you are having that situation, or it could be that you want a dog and you haven't gotten one. Okay, and that's also tortoise. Slowly but surely, you're on slowly but surely getting ahead. Tortoise. Maybe also you've been seeing a tortoise. Not sure. So take what resonates, okay? And of course that you have a career card here. So for some of you, this might be about career. So let's see. I'm going to be channeling this message from spirit to hear about what your situation or story is, so that we have a better outline of what we're talking about here, and then we will assess the guidance, which then further down the reading I will be picking clarifying cards. Okay, and I'll be sharing in the deck, in the comment section, the decks I'm using. Spirit, please give us your guidance for pile number 2. Please tell me what is the situation or story that we're discussing for pile number 2. Oh, okay. Oh, I really sense that this has a lot to do with work and career. Oh my. Ooh, we have a flyer. Okay, hang on a second. All Okay. Okay, let's see. So you got 7 of Wands. Is it focusing? Yeah, 7 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 8 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Interesting that you only have one major arcana card here. Okay, what is Spirit trying to tell you? Spirit, can you give me one more or 2 more? Help me understand a little bit better. Oh, okay. There we go. 10 of Swords and 2 of Wands. Now. Much better. I know what Spirit is saying. So I think this, for those of you who have picked pile 2, you know, you've been seeing 111 or 111. I think you're intuitively drawn to selecting this pile. Somehow the Ace of Swords here seems to also be drawing you into desiring divine clarity and guidance. It feels like you are perhaps thinking of stepping into a new chapter or new journey of your life. You might be on it already in the very early stage of it, or you are hoping to get into this state of stepping into a new chapter in your life. And you desire a certain form of clarity and divine guidance to bring you through and down this new chapter. So at least I would say that seems like the key concern here. And let's also say that with career and slowly but surely getting ahead, the Tortoise. And interestingly, dog far away, a distant friend thinking of you. Okay, let's talk about one thing at a time. I sense that this, Spirit is telling us this has got to do with you building a career. Maybe it's a career whereby you're thinking of, really, should I continue down a certain path in my career, or should I, maybe it's a change of job. Maybe it's a change of work environment. Maybe it's a change of country where the work can provide you to be sent to be sending you to. Maybe it's that thing that you desire. We will get more clarity in a while. But based off what I see here, it feels a lot like you wish to move out of the current state of your work. And why am I saying so? There might have been some level of competition. Like, there's just no other way to see this. There's competition, there's some kind of challenging aspect to your work right now. And this has, pardon my English, but I always say this is the card of clusterfuck. This looks like everybody has a wand, everybody has a skill. The skill is like similar skills. Everybody wants to one-up one another, and then it's just like throwing sticks at each other and getting into a clusterfuck where, you know, it's really, I just sense a whole lot of if teamwork gets the dream work, is Three of Pentacles, and that's like the teamwork card. This is quite the opposite. This is the, no, I don't care if you are doing the same thing as me or whatever, or we're on the same team. I don't care. I just want to fight you. I just want to show you that my stick my stick is bigger, my stick is longer, and then you're just all fighting kind of energy. Is that what you're going through at work right now? Anyways, that's you up there on the hill. That's just, like wands up in your face, and then you're like, okay. You're just trying to fight off all these wands. You're putting up, Seven of Wands is the card of valor. It's the card of saying, of you putting up a strong fight. Is you putting up a strong defense wall to say, I'm not gonna let you get through. I'm not gonna let you get what you want through this, past this slope. And then that's you just keeping it all together, holding the fort, keeping it all together. So your beginning already shows me Seven of Wands and Five of Wands, and it's this big chaotic scene, and then you have yourself standing in the Eight of Swords energy, not being able to see the path ahead, because there is definitely something that's trapping you in the... Look, it's very mental. It's all in the head because it's swords, right? Something, I'm not saying it's your fault, but maybe something scares you to step forward. Something scares you to take that bindings of yourself and that blindfold of yourself to say, hey, actually, I can see. I can really see what's ahead of me and go off and out of this Eight of Swords energy. The swords around you are not blocking you. You have no swords blocking your path. They are surrounding you, yeah, but they are not actually blocking your path. So if you so much as just take the bindings off and take the blindfold off, you'll be able to see that you can walk ahead with no problem. But of course, there are perhaps some kind of debilitating thoughts or worries, things that could have come from the past, right? You have yourself here, the Ten of Swords. It could have been things from the past that worries you, challenges you. You don't dare to think otherwise, because you, again, as creatures that mostly we learn through empirical experience, if something in the past have challenged us before, we have failed maybe, or basically learning from past experiences usually brings a person into the state of mind and energy of not daring to step forward in a new in the current state, because that scares us. It's simply put, like, that scares us. I don't want to make a wrong move. It's the what if, could have, what if, maybe kind of energy. A lot of let's just say this is you right now. And of course, undesirably, there is the Five of Wands and Seven of Wands. Definitely a very trapped kind of energy I'm feeling here. And to boot, it seems like right now also there is this Four of Pentacles energy you're in, which is a state of, I'm feeling secure with what I have. But, that's all I have. Yeah. It's interesting because when we connect this to a matter of career, okay, and I think many people, perhaps more than just yourself who's watching this, or like maybe you might know people around you that knows this feeling as well. A lot of people, when it comes to career, very often goes into a Four of Pentacles energy, which is, do I move further ahead and beyond, or should I be satisfied with what I have? The achievements that I have, my CV, the achievements that I have, the promotions that has brought me to this level that I am, the kind of salary that I'm earning, the kind of bonus that I'm making. Am I satisfied with this? Should I just be satisfied with this? Because if I try to shake up the boat, move beyond my current space, think of something else, maybe I might lose my pentacles. Maybe I might lose the security. It's the feeling of, I don't want to step out of this boundary. It's a bit of fear, a bit of lack. It's a lot of things thrown together. I feel safe and secure this way. Let me just be me. I don't want to go anywhere. Let me sit here. Let me step on my 2 feet, stepping on my pentacles, my one pentacle resting on my crown, and one pentacle I'm hugging closely to my chest. Like, let me be me. Like, don't bother me. I'm very satisfied. And I'm staying put. This is what I am. This is where I am at. But however, in the grand scheme of, in the grand scheme of being on your journey and your path, are you still moving ahead the way you should? Because you might be operating from a place of past pains that you have not gotten over. Ten of Swords in this instance, I'm seeing that because you have yourself 8 of Swords here, okay? If you don't have 8 of Swords and you only have 10 of Swords, I can say that maybe you are getting past and beyond a certain fear or pain that you had, and you will be going towards a better time. But the fact that you have here with you 8 of Swords, and then of course paired up with 10 of Swords, I see that there could still be things that are holding you back from getting out of the funk, so to speak. Maybe something in the past really, really hurt you badly, or some kind of setback, and you are still sort of afraid to move confidently. So right now, if your Chariot comes, so actually to show you in sequence, Chariot came, but there is past pains and past memories of painful memories, and then you holding the 2 of Wands and the globe in your hand behind the castle walls, thinking, should I go or should I not go? So this brings us back to the subject in career, right? In career, should you go or should you not go? Should you move or should you not move to the destination? You have the tortoise says, slowly but surely getting ahead. I feel like you might be a bit slow on your journey now in terms of career growth. You might even be thinking that you want to move. With this, I actually feel like, I don't know why, but channeling the feeling and of what Spirit is telling me, I somehow felt like your career move or the next step you want to take for your career might have something to do with you traveling away and further. Perhaps you have a friend whom you used to work together in the same company, and that friend has moved away, and of course you are close to that friend, and you both still communicate and think of each other. Maybe he or she shares with you the perspective of what it seems like from another country, or from where he or she is at right now, doing the same kind of work, but in that different country. Maybe there is a shift in the feeling that one can get because it's a different culture, different way of life. And you are here thinking, should I do the same? 2 of Wands is a very pondering, yes, no, maybe kind of energy. Still on the fence. Definitely still on the fence. And thinking, you see, he's inside. In fact, he's inside the barrier. He's inside, well, not on, but inside the castle wall. Holding that globe. Knowing that there's potential out there because he's holding that globe. But he's not stepped out yet. Right? The potential is there, but the choice is yours too. Okay, I'm gonna get some clarifying cards and guidance from Spirit pertaining to some of what we see here. I'd like to understand a little bit more. Spirit, please give us your guidance. Oh, the major arcana cards are coming out. Were you perhaps also have, as maybe some of you, okay, maybe some of you have were watching the, sorry, let me recollect what I want to say. Maybe some of you have watched the reading for pile 1, because I'm seeing some repeat cards here and somehow felt like this is a little continuation of the other situation and story I was reading for pile 1. Anyways. Oh. Wow, so interesting. Okay, so for the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, I asked Spirit to clarify what is this energy. And we got the Hangman and High Priestess. I think what Spirit is trying to say here is, yeah, that competitive energy that you're experiencing, like whatever resistance coming or competition that's coming your way, and that you have to put up the fight, you have to put up the defense, the wall of defense, you know, is definitely a situation that is causing you to rethink and halt in your steps. Yeah, remember I was saying just now, your chariot might not be moving. You have a chariot here, but it feels like your chariot isn't really moving as fast or as confidently as you should, right? Because yeah, you are putting yourself in a state of hangman right now to reassess. Well, I mean, let me say, if you are, it's good for you, because this is you applying the wisdom of patience, the wisdom of perspective. The hangman energy is you willingly waiting it out to see if, you know, I won't say waiting it out, it's more like you willingly taking a different perspective in the hangman position to see things and let things take its time to show you. Perhaps something else is going to show up. Maybe you're waiting for an opportunity, because actually, okay, you have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess goes very well with the Hangman, because this is all about intuitive maturity, right? You're using intuition and you're using a certain level of wisdom and maturity to reassess the good and bad of things. The High Priestess assess and understands from a very intuitive level the right and wrong, the good and bad of things. You're not jumping to conclusions, although there is just tons of competition and noise and chaos around you that you have to handle. You have to put up, you know, a defense with, but you, in many ways, you are hindered, like your path is hindered. But I think it's also working hand in hand together with the Hangman. Maybe some part of you, your path is hindered, you truly can't see. And some part of you is saying, okay, since I can't see, let's just go into the Hangman energy and wait it out. To clarify for the Chariot and the Four of Pentacles, because I want to understand why you in that Four of Pentacles coupled with the Chariot energy. Spirit is saying that you have a lot of choices, but you can't see which is a good one. Or maybe all the choices that seems to be showing up to you are bogus. Maybe the company you're with seems to have offered, oh, I'm seeing it now. Oh, I'm getting the message. Okay, well, I'm not sure if this is, okay, Spirit is saying maybe The opportunities, seemingly good opportunities are being presented to you are bogus. Maybe you sense it because you can tell that there is a disbalance or injustice in the way things are being done. Okay, you got these two cards in reverse, by the way, in answer to why you have Four of Pentacles and the Chariot. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely in the area of choices, all that glitters is not gold. Choices being presented aren't choices after all. Bogus choices. Choices you can't choose. Choices that even, it's like, do them if I do, them if I don't kind of choices. Like, what kind of choices are those? Because none of it is fair. None of it is fair. I got asked Spirit about the energy of what is this Two of Wands finally. And Spirit said, gave us the Tower and Seven of Pentacles. Right, so what they're saying is, yeah, you are on the fence about certain situation. You might not dare to step out. You might be thinking, do I go? Do I not go? There is a little bit of that hesitation. But why is it that you are even in the energy of should I go or not go? Because it literally is the universe throwing you this curveball of a challenge right now. The Tower energy signifies, yeah, clearly there is chaos in your life now. Okay, I mean, short of saying there is chaos the moment I saw you in that Seven of Wands versus Five of Wands energy. But the Tower is more often than not a universe guided challenge. It's a universe given challenge. You have put in a lot of hard work. You have put in a lot of patience and hard work to wait for your pentacles to come into, to ripen, to harvest. You're still waiting. Like this guy here in Seven of Pentacles, he's like, when can I see my harvest? I'm not sure. I'm waiting. I put in the work. But is it time or is it not time? And it's a constant energy. I sense, what I sense is like an energy of like, that's what causes you to wonder, should I stay or should I go? Are things better on the other side? Because it might be very challenging that perhaps in the situation you're in now, nothing is going right for you, but you are still waiting for results. Yeah. And I feel sorry if this is your daily situation. Nobody should have to feel this way. But let's just say that I think that's why you desire that clarity. That's why you desire that the divine comes in to guide your path, to help you make that clear choice and judgment, to cut through the fog, and make the right choice ahead. So your chariot can be well on its way to pursuing what you ultimately wants to pursue. Whether we're talking about a career path that you want to continue, or you want to change it entirely, or you want to go to a different country to continue pursuing your career, you find it difficult to make that choice because, yes, there are definitely ideas hindering you from it, and you are being presented with choices that, again, like they say, choices aren't choices here. It's like bogus choices. It's a lot of fog. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of chaos. Your mind is not clear, and that's what you desire. You need, and it's coming to you, by the way. You got this, so it's coming to you. You are coming into this energy. So interesting. I don't see a lot of pentacles here. It's just two cards with pentacles. You have Four of Pentacles and then you have Seven of Pentacles. Usually when people talk about career, it's the pursuit of the pentacles, right? The material gains from the career that a lot of people are after. And when it comes to career, a lot of people kept thinking about, okay, how much am I making? I don't even see you in the energy of how much am I making. I think you're like just pretty satisfied with what you can make from what you can do. It's like you don't doubt your ability. You can put in that work. But it's really more about the inspiration. With wands being predominantly here, I feel like you are in the energy of what inspires you. You're starting to question what truly inspires me, what makes me have that drive to keep going, what gives me that ability to, like, express myself in a creative way. But maybe you're being held back, you no longer can do that, and you really want to go on a path where you see more opportunities for you to express yourself. Again, I feel a lot of like the desire to create something new, right? The wands energy, the fiery and revitalizing energy of like, I want to make something new. I have inspirations, I have creativity, but the space I'm in is just too much infighting. It's just too much a competition of the same thing every day. And I cannot see the fruition of my work come to light, Okay, I actually think this is mostly what Spirit has for you, to explain to you that you need to make up. First of all, of course, clarity is coming to you. And I think clarity comes to you gradually as you allow yourself to, right? You have yourself in a hangman energy and you are in high priestess. So intuition wise, you are not lacking. You do have intuition. Maybe that's also the reason why you can tell from the get-go that some things that are being offered to you might not be as sparkling as they seem. I think, yeah, because you are intuitively connected. You know not to be just fully satisfied with what you're getting day in, day out. Like that can become quite, the rut, stuck in a rut energy. You understand, you can detect that something is moving very slowly, that you want to reassess what's the situation. Your high priestess is in tune. And that's why instead of merely allowing yourself to be in Eight of Swords and then just like being perhaps super lost and being upset that you can't see clearly ahead, you intentionally put yourself into the hangman mode to say, okay, then let's intently take the time to wait it out and see what comes. I think this is a very wise and strategic move. And like for pile number 2, for those of you who are watching this, and indeed if this is what you're doing, then I say excellent choice. Excellent choice, because what is going to come to you is this clarity, guidance from the divine. Okay, I'm going to ask Spirit for an oracle card from you from the Moonology deck and see what else they have to say. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh. Just one, please. The cards are sometimes a little sticky, like, oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes the cards are a little sticky and a whole lot of them just fall out. Oh, cool. Nice. I like messages that are so clear-cut. Okay, you have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I'm not sure, so some of you might understand what North Node and South Node readings are about, but because I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to go deep into the whole North Node, South Node thing, but just in a summary, so these are not planetary alignments that are literally to do with the zodiac house that you're born in, not your sun, moon, nor rising. The North Node and South Node are, however, still very significant parts of your natal charts, because it denotes the energy that you brought with you from your past life, which is your South Node. Okay, the predominant energy, the way you think, the way you do, the way you feel, the way you are in life, a lot of it is predominantly carried forward from the past life. And so are the karmic behaviors. Now, North Node, however, is the opposite in zodiac. So if you were to think of zodiac as 12 signs, right? When you have your sign as the first, the 6 down the row is the so-called opposite of your zodiac. Okay, so your North Node is the opposite zodiac sign of your South Node. Okay, so back to the point about South Node being tied to your past life, predominant character, personality, the way you behave, think, and do things, the kind of character that you are in this life is very predominantly South Node. But for you to alchemize the difficulties and challenges in this life and walk into your purposeful path, to know truly what your soul is meant to work towards and evolve. So like, the big lesson, the big examination for your soul to evolve and graduate in this life is the South Node energy. Okay? So for example, I'm just quoting an example, my North Node, if my South Node is Aquarius, then my North Node is Leo. This is not mine. I'm just quoting an example, okay? You understand what I mean? If my South Node is Virgo, my North Node is Pisces. That sort of stuff, or vice versa, right? So anyways, I'm not an astrologer. I don't I'm not providing that kind of reading. But anyways, before I deviate, your Moonology card says, step out of your comfort zone, tap into the North Node energy. Now, I'm going to read this out from the book. Maybe this will better explain and clarify for you. Okay. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the right thing that scares you without reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. There you go. I was saying like doing the work, right? There has to be a purpose in what you're doing. It's not just about making money. Yeah, it's not just about your pentacles. It's about what fulfills you at the end of the day, what inspires you to do more. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, that's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? That sums it up. This Two of Wands card is really that question. Why did I wait so long? Why are you not making the leap? Why are you not going out there? Why are you not going on that path that you have been dreaming about for a while? So, additional meanings for the card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Right, your Eight of Wands energy here. Your Eight of Swords energy here. You need to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You got this. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us that we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is a karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Again, look at this card. In order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. This dude is still standing here looking at the shoreline, hardly having, of course, I don't know what he can see fully, but from what we can see, he can see the horizon. Definitely not beyond what the horizon provides, but he can definitely see the shoreline. I think Spirit spoken loud and clear here. You have to pursue your passion, understand truly what drives you. Work is not just about putting food on the table, bringing in the coins. Yeah, right? If work is not purposeful and not fulfilling, you have to know deep down in your heart what inspires you and what drives you. And if it is all too challenging right now to see, sure, go into your hangman mode and have a little bit more perspective, take some time to reassess. You have the High Priestess energy, you have the wisdom, you have the intuition. Tap into that and allow the clarity to come through, because Divine wants you to show you the way. The divine energy truly wants to show you the way and bring that energy back into you to help you get on that path, to follow your North Node. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. If you find that this resonates for you, or if you want to bounce any comments and ideas around, please leave that in the comment section. I'll be very happy to hear from you. Also, if you want a more personal reading, this is a collective reading. If you find that there are details that resonate, but you want more clarity, sort of like an extension or part 2 to this, or you have more questions, please hit me up with the link in the description box below for a booking for a personal reading. Also, finally, please follow, like, and subscribe if you enjoy this for more future videos. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Okay. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 3. You have chosen this significator card, 4 of Swords, and says rest. Okay, so for those of you who have been seeing 1111 or 111, and you chose intuitively, and with this significator card, let's find out what your tea leaves are. And I will be pulling more cards from the traditional Rider-Waite deck in order to build a storyline and understand the situation you're in. And then later on, I'll be pulling more cards for clarifying and guidance from Spirit. Okay. You have 4-leaf clover, great fortune, good or great fortune. Okay, you have shark. Take care of, there will be a loss of material fortune, wealth. take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. And finally, you have happiness. Okay, let's find out what your situation is. Spirit, please give us guidance for pile number 3. Please tell me what is the situation for pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3. I'm seeing here, okay, just let me show you the cards first. 8 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, beautiful cards, by the way, Star card, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Justice. Okay. I can't help but feel this, and I think the message is coming through. What Spirit is saying is, this is some of you. Are you going through a phase in your life where you are... Okay, I'm not saying this is all of you, but I somehow felt that some of you are in a legal situation. You know, when I saw the Justice card, and in front of the Justice card, the card that came before the Justice card, there was the reverse Nine of Cups, and then there's the Justice card, and of course before the reverse Nine of Cups was Knight of Cups. And that I felt like the Knight of Cups is you, okay? The energy felt like this is you. And it feels like you are trying to pursue some kind of emotional satisfaction. It's a situation where you are pursuing emotional satisfaction, okay? You have here the Happiness card. You want to pursue happiness. You want to get into a space of happiness and rest, okay? Let's not forget your significator card is rest. So I'm sensing an energy of like something you desire rest, but rest from what? Okay, we're not talking about maybe you want to retreat. I'm not sure. Maybe you do. But you are hoping to get a break from something. I don't know. Again, this is an energy I'm feeling, and I'm feeling that a lot of you might be a bit tired of not having peace and emotional peace or satisfaction, and you are on that journey to find it. You are on the road to find it. You're on the road to pursue some level of happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. And of course, some things not going your way because you are unable to find the Nine of Cups. Interestingly, if I were to just read the Nine of Cups as an energy, then it truly is an energy of wish fulfillment, an energy of emotional satisfaction, ultimately feeling like you got what you want. But I somehow felt like this is this might have to do with, okay, again, this is some of you. For some of you, this might have to do with somebody causing you to not be happy. Somebody might be in your life to cause you to not feel that level of peace and satisfaction. And then that might have to do with some degree of legal matters. Now, if that's you, then of course I'm sorry to hear that you're in that situation. But another energy that I do feel here is that while you pursue happiness in your life, you might find it difficult to get into that space because you need to bring in some balance to your life. So two different energies, two different scenarios. For some of you, it's you against someone in legality. And for some of you, it's you against yourself in terms of not having enough balance in your life. This is you, right? With the hard work, this Eight of Pentacles shows a person who has skills. In fact, probably also a fair bit of finesse in his skills and the ability to put in that hard work, working on those Eight of Pentacles. Because at the end of the day, what comes after 8 is 9. You're trying to allow your skills and finesse and your knowledge in that work, your professionalism, to bring you into the state of 9 of Pentacles, which is the level of financial and abundance and material independence. And this is you working on it, right? And in many ways, you working on it is creating that flow and creating that manifested action to turn your wheel of fortune. It's beautiful because what comes after is the Star card. This is the Spirit's way of saying you are on your way to finding your ultimate wish come true. Whatever you've been wishing on, whatever you've been hoping, great and good fortune is on the way for you. It's what you seek. It's what you seek. Clearly, being on this path of seeking the happiness and the wish. But if it's not coming true, if it's not happening for you, I think Spirit is trying to explain that you might have been overworking, you need rest. The rest here, I think, pertains to, I think there are quite literally two storylines here. For some of you, is that degree of balance you bring into your own life to rest a little, sometimes take a breather, to allow the happiness to come into your life, to bring in that sense of fulfillment and joy. Because working hard, Eight of Pentacles, you might not be so fast to turn that wheel and see your Nine of Pentacles. If you overwork yourself, you might, it can happen that from Eight of Pentacles, instead of stepping into your space of fulfillment and plenty and luxury which is Nine of Pentacles, if you overdo and you burn out, you might regress into Seven of Pentacles, which is a feeling of like, when am I going to see my results? Right? Let's not forget that's your Seven of Pentacles energy, is when can I see my harvest? When can I see my results? The energy of this satisfaction, and your wish not coming in can be brought on about by yourself if you do not have balance in your life, which I think Spirit is saying you need to rest. Intuitively, you chose the card rest. Now, for the other parties who have a different story, I feel that you are also in the pursuit of happiness. You have worked hard to develop something. You have worked hard to pursue something. And you are hoping that luck is on your side. You have, ultimately, your wish is happiness. But somebody is blocking that path. And again, like I said, this could be a legal matter. What I see is Spirit explaining to you that this is a time of contemplation. If you have been, and in tarot, whenever I see the Justice card, all I can say to whoever receives the card, it's actually a good card. It really is a very good card, because if you have the conscience is clean. If your conscience is clean, if you have karmically been positive and been doing things the non-ego way and working in your own karmic favor, I'll put it this way, Justice is wonderful, because it's here to say that whatever disbalance you might have felt, it will come back into balance and things will be good for you. But of course, if you have been the one that has not been doing right by others, then you can also be quite sure that Justice is here to do the job that is meant to be done, right? So Justice is fair and very balanced. I felt like for those of you who feels that you might be up against someone that is causing you the disruption in your happiness and your pursuit of your satisfied life, might be the person that's like blocking your wealth, because it says here, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. There's a shark in the midst. Perhaps you felt that. Perhaps you felt like someone's bleeding you dry. There's a shark. We'll see. We'll see what Spirit says. I'm going to pull some clarifiers and advice and see what Spirit says. Oh, loud and clear. Wow. What is this, Spirit? Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. So I was asking Spirit, what is this Eight of Pentacles energy? What are you working hard on? I would like to, of course, understand a little bit better what you're working hard on. Spirit is saying that you are working on... You're working on trying to understand what lies ahead of you. Maybe you have been working hard. Whatever you're working on could be a project, could be actually your work and your career, could be you trying to save up, accrue your wealth, for the better days ahead. It might be anything along those lines. Whatever it is, you're applying your professional skills on it. So I really see very much that this has got to do with work. But with that said, you're not doing that work blindly. No, sorry. Let me rephrase. You're doing that work, but you are unable to see the results of it. To some extent, you are, however, unable to see the results of it, because it could be that you are... You know what? I really need Spirit to clarify this part for me. I felt like they are not... Okay. Okay, so same. Remember we said there are two situations here. One is that you are working to find your happiness. You need to have the balance. You need to understand why you're putting in that work and then taking a step back to rest. Okay, so for that lot of you, Spirit is saying sometimes you can't see clearly why you're putting in that work. You don't know clearly which direction you're going with that work, because even when it comes to applying professional skills in any kind of career setting, at the end of the day, we are not just mindless robots, right? In whatever work we do, there still needs to be some degree of, am I doing it right? Am I headed the right way? I will say that a lot of times our emotional and soul level satisfaction is very closely tied into how much of our professional self is being applied versus how much of our authentic and true-hearted self is being applied. I hope I explained this clearly, because this is exactly how it feels like. It feels a lot like there is one side of you, clearly the very professional and skilled side, and then there's another side of you, which is the the true you, the authentic, that's me. And even in work, of course, in work we apply, we may and I don't want to speak from a overly naive perspective. I know that there's a lot of office politics that people deal with, but would you agree with me that we all could do with some degree of happiness and satisfaction at work if we do not have to go to work every day feeling like it's a battle zone and we have to fight someone to win the day? Like we are so good, let's say we are professional in our own space and we are skilled in applying our skills in the work. That's one part of us, right? We do that stuff. And then the other side of us are still, in a way, work friends, workmates with our colleagues. That's the part of us that are human to human, trying to connect, right? There's the true authentic part of us trying to come out. If given a choice, I don't think any one of us at work wants to play politics and be constantly mindful that we cannot show the true part of ourselves. And what I see here is a person in that kind of disclarity or inability to rest. Yeah. Let's bring us back to the significator card, rest. I feel you now. I know now why you chose rest. You chose rest because that's literally how you feel. You want to take a break. You want to take a break from all the chaotic, crazy thoughts in your head, paranoia perhaps, about whether someone's going to come after you, or if somebody is trying to come after you. It's tiring. It's tiring to have to constantly wonder if someone's trying to come after you or backstab you, or if just when you think that the recent project or presentation you did was amazing, and then what if it actually isn't because something's working against you in the background. This is like, I want clarity, but it's so hard to have clarity because maybe it just really takes a little bit of waiting it out to not make any moves. Then you can have much, like literally clear the funk. Yeah. By the way, when I see this card, it's like funky energies kind of card. Like, don't get me wrong, every card has good and bad. But when I see this card, it just feels like a person is stuck in some kind of funky energy. Like fogging up the head, unable to see clearly or think clearly between two choices and two paths. And Spirit saying, take a break. Take a little wait it out. You don't have to, again, let's not forget, you do have the rest card here, okay? Spirit says, wait it out, take a break, go into hangman mode. Nothing can come to light if you just keep charging ahead, and it might bring you nothing. let me get you the rest of the clarifying cards in a bit, but this totally is the message. And Spirit is saying, you can see the sun, you can feel the energy again if you allow yourself to go into Hangman and recalibrate, perhaps. Wait it out a little. Because I also did ask Spirit right then, what is this reverse Nine of Cups energy? And Spirit says, gave you the Knight of Swords, which is, like I said, charging. You've been charging ahead. You'd be like, versus what? Five of Wands. Don't be, if you keep impulsively or aggressively going ahead like the Knight of Wands here, just taking that one idea and flying off against whatever opposition or competition that seems to be coming at you, that's what puts you in this unhappy state. That's what puts you in this state of, I cannot find happiness. Because let's not forget, your Knight of Cups is in a pursuit of happiness. You are looking for happiness. You are looking for emotional fulfillment. But you cannot if you... This is so... Knight of Swords is so versus Hangman, To see clearly, to be able to unravel the path ahead of you, wait it out. If you want to keep fighting, yeah, sure. If you keep going like the Knight of Swords, you will be taking on the fight non-stop. And of course, this is them clarifying why is it that you have the Nine of Cups. Ultimately, I asked Spirit for clarifying justice. And Spirit is saying that beyond the horizon, you might want to look further and see if there's something in the horizon that's waiting for you. Three of Wands. You have potential. You have potential out far ahead. Perhaps with the Fool and Three of Wands, Spirit is saying, if you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for somewhere where you might be able to grow beyond your current state, or to do more with whatever skills and talents you have, to take that and go out there to forge a better path for yourself. Three of Wands always shows me the great frontier that's waiting for you. Spirit is saying, take the leap of faith. Try it. You have a lot of major arcana cards here, by the way, like heaps. You have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Star, you have the Hangman, you have the Sun, you have Justice, you have the Fool. Heaps of major arcana cards. I think this is a very big phase of your life. And it's not going to be over soon. Usually these kind of things with so many major arcana cards, I think as much as we are saying this might have a lot to do with your career or your own personal pursuit of happiness in any space, or in terms of those people who are experiencing a legal issue with somebody. It's when in doubt, okay? When in doubt, wait it out. I should do a little caption. When in doubt, wait it out. And then you'll be able to see a clearer, brighter day. You'll be able to take that blindfold off and see a clearer, brighter day. If you felt like there is this funky energy that's holding you back from finding the happiness. And also, for those people who might feel like you are in that legal situation with somebody who is challenging you in your pursuit of happiness, same thing. The message is the same. Spirit is saying, don't rush in and fight. Don't rush in and fight that energy. Flow. Flow and release the grasp on trying to get what you want exactly right now. Because there is a potential. There is a potential that something pretty amazing is across the horizon and it's coming in. You just have to let justice, by the way, do her job. right? Justice is right here. You just have to let her do her job. It's going to come in. And the Fool card is taking that leap of faith and letting divine timing take its time. You know, the Rest card is also very much about divine timing. It takes time for the flower to bloom. I often see this card is very interesting because in, well, traditional Four of Swords, it's a guy lying down in the chapel with the 3 swords above him and 1 sword lying down. It shows a person in a meditative state, in a state of rest, in a state of recuperation. There's no humans here. There's no human or person in this card, but instead I see a blooming flower above clouds. It's a very serene kind of feeling. It feels like this beautiful, fresh flower, which I know this is not a lotus, but it is pink, which still looks a lot like a lotus to me. It feels very much like a crown chakra energy because of the deep blue skies above the clouds. It feels very much like a crown chakra kind of energy. And with the 4 swords forming across, it just feels very much like this is the divine clarity coming through from above. And how else you get that if you do not rest, if you do not take a breather away from the noise, away from the fighting, away from the strife. If you allow yourself just a little bit of taking a step back, sometimes taking a step back really will give that clarity for you to move ahead, or literally whatever that is funky can just ease itself out. Give it time. There's divine timing that will bring in that for you. I think that is truly the message that Spirit has for you. Let me pull a let me pull a message card from the Moonology Oracle card deck and see what else Spirit has for you. Oh, cool. You have believe in the impossible, blue moon. I'm going to read this out. Okay. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is very positive. It's a very positive sign if you have felt like you're hoping for too much or asking for too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. I think this goes hand in hand with the Wheel of Fortune and the Star card here. Remember I said you are hard at work. You're applying your skills. You're applying your best. And of course, that application is you hoping to turn the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. And you have a wish. Of course, you have the Star card. You're in the pursuit of your dreams and your happiness. But there is a blockage. There is a reverse 9 of Cups. Something is blocking your happiness. Could that be yourself? Then if it is you blocking your happiness, then you will not believe that things will go in your favor, right? Attune to the moon. Say to yourself, I'm lucky. Additional meanings for this card. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you are inquiring about is a rare find. If you believe in it, you can achieve it. The situation is unlikely to repeat. There are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least, that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use a blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. Okay, that was a a lot in terms of counting full moons and blue moons. But I think what Spirit is trying to say is, let's not forget, you have the 4-leaf clover that says great fortune. You have a shark that says take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. And finally, you have happiness. I think this message really rings true. What rings true for those, if you pick number 3, pile number 3, is that you are in the pursuit of happiness because there's something you believe in. And with whatever work and hard work you're putting in, you're hoping, of course, to turn the wheel of fortune in your favor to bring forth that wish, that hope, that dream. But you have to keep the dream alive with different aspects of what you're experiencing. It could be balance and rest in your own life in pursuit of this happiness. There might be a challenging situation that's hindering your progress because of the way you think and then you cannot see clearly. There could be people challenging you. So this pertains to different situations, right? The collective might hear this in many, many ways. There could be someone that could be the very thing or person that blocks your wealth coming true. Whatever Spirit is saying is that this is a once in a lifetime. I think a conjunction in your life, it's like what we call like I take this like, if the ultimate progression of our soul is to graduate, to take the big exam for whatever big challenge is in our soul purpose, right? To get to pass that exam and then to walk into our destined path. If that's the biggest level of our soul evolution, I would say that this is something like a semester. No, like a semester test. Yeah, this is not this is like a quarterly test. I mean, mind you, you have quite a few major arcana cards. I'm not saying that this is a small matter. You have a lot going through for you. It's also very integral to your life development, your soul development. But this aspect of you pursuing this happiness and this whatever you're trying to bring into your life, if you're able to pass this hurdle, this small hurdle, you'll be able to accumulate that learning for something bigger coming down the road. Okay, so this is all I have for you today. If you find that this message resonates for you, please leave it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And this is a collective reading. If you want like a more expanded version of what we did today or something more personal that pertains to your very particular situation, please find the link in my description box below that you can book me for a personal reading. Also, please follow, like, and subscribe for more of this kind of videos in the future so that you don't miss one. And thank you for being here today. I'll see you at the next reading. Bye!